let's talk about clean labels for value-added products. More and more people become concerned with ingredients in their products, and Certified Angus Beef offers value-added products with no binders, fillers, and 100% high-quality beef flavor.
Let's talk about roast beef as an example. This is a Certified Angus Beef brand top round. It has to meet all 10 of our science-based specifications, just like every other one of our value-added products. Plus, it has to meet all of our processing guidelines. So let's talk about what separates a Certified Angus Beef value-added product from many other commodity-type products.
Why don't we show them how you would make a typical top round using a commodity top round? So we'll start with this commodity top round to make a roast beef. And no, since we don't have the marbling that we find in Certified Angus Beef, we're going to have to amplify that flavor a little bit.
And as Di has already pointed out, this is a commodity type product, and this is pretty typical. Most people are not going to use high quality products to start off for a value added process, which in our opinion is a pretty big mistake.
Yeah, the power's in the meat itself with our brand, but so let's look at what a commodity processor might use. So they might have some fillers and binders that they add in. And this is to amplify some of the juiciness because this is going to be able to lock in a bit more moisture, but you're going to be paying for water. You're not going to be paying for the juiciness that's found in the marbling that's within Certified Angus Beef.
Now, we don't allow binders and fillers in our products simply because we don't need them. We have the marbling. We have the specification that requires our products to have a modest or higher degree of marbling, and that ensures that this is going to be a great eating experience.
And now on top of this, we have to compensate for some flavor. So sometimes people might add in stuff like MSG. Great umami flavor, yes, but it's not beef, okay? It's not that beefy, robust flavor that you expect. But if we're paying for a lower quality value-added product, you're going to have to add some type of flavoring in order to get the experience that the consumer wants.
Now again, because they're processing guidelines, we don't have to worry about adding things in like MSGs because we ensure that we're going to get a beefy flavor based on that it is a Certified Angus Beef product and it also follows our processing guidelines. We don't have as much added water, which is a good place to start next.
Yeah, so a lot of times to get all this within the product, you're actually going to have to start injecting it in there. And to do this, you'll also have to use some salt to help bind more of that water and hold it within the meat. And then you also will add some sugars to offset the saltiness as well. But essentially, you're going to be, again, just paying for more water because that's going to be pushed in there. Now, Certified Angus Beef, all of it has to be cooked back to green weight. So if any seasonings are added to the meat, when it's cooked, it has to reach its original weight.
Now, why that's really important is because of yields. When we talk about yields, if we are going to put extra weight into this, you're going to be not only paying for that water weight, but then when you go to cook it, it's going to be lost. When you have a value-added product that comes from the Certified Angus Beef brand, like we already explained, this is going to have to be cooked back to green weight. So we've already lost that water, so you're not going to have that reduction in yield when you actually go to serve it. So we have here our Certified Angus Beef, roast beef, and then a lower quality roast beef that we've sliced up to compare. So one of the first differences you can see if you actually do a little bit of visual comparison is our Certified Angus Beef has much more marbling.
That's because of our modest marbling or higher specification. We have all of that beef flavor naturally found within our Certified Angus Beef product.
Now that's pretty much a reason why our product is going to taste different than theirs. And let me tell you, this is most common in the industry. Many processors choose a lower quality product to make their value-added products. And again, that's not something that we should take lightly.
You can see here, you have this iridescent sheen that's on this piece of meat as it reflects off the light. And that's actually from some fillers and binders that were put in there to try to enhance the juiciness when Certified Angus Beef doesn't need that.
Yeah, that combination of those two really does make that product look very unappealing. But when we look at the Certified Angus Beef brand, we just simply don't see it. This is a much more appealing type of a roast beef.
Now, another thing that you could really look to is the texture of the meat itself. As I start to pull on this roast beef, you see no separation within those muscle fibers. And that's, again, from being over processed. And because of that, you get a tough or rubbery texture when you're eating this beef.
Now, that's not the case that we have when we have the Certified Angus Beef brand roast beef, simply because, look, I mean, when you pull that just a little bit, you can see those natural muscle fibers start to pull apart, and that's really just the natural seams in the muscle. That's going to give us a very good eating experience, a very tender, just exactly what we're expecting when we're eating beef.
At the end of the day, when you're trying to decide which value-added product to work with, remember to compare the labels and sample the product. Certified Angus beef is always going to have a higher quality taste.
Also remember that roast beef is just one example that we discussed today, but all of these points that we made about ingredients and labels are relevant across our entire line of value-added products. And the brand also monitors and samples all of our products to ensure the highest quality ingredients and taste.
For more information, visit with your Certified Angus Beef brand representative. And that's your Certified Angus Beef brand Meat Minutes. Seriously?
It's so simple.